Claudbot, Moltbot, OpenClaw. You've probably heard of these by now. It's now OpenClaw, but no matter what you call it, it's amazing! And today I'm showing you step by step how to set it up on your Windows PC securely. No Mac Mini required. To do this, we're going to use VirtualBox. If you already have VirtualBox installed, you can skip ahead to the Ubuntu section. If not, let's install it now. On your Windows PC, open a browser and go to the official VirtualBox website. Download the Windows installer. Once the download finishes, run the installer. When the setup wizard opens, you can safely accept the default options. You may see a warning about network interfaces being reset. That's normal. Complete the installation, and when it finishes, open VirtualBox. Now that VirtualBox is installed, we're going to download Ubuntu. If you already have an Ubuntu virtual machine, you can skip ahead to the OpenClaw installation section. Otherwise, open a browser and go to the official Ubuntu website. Download the Ubuntu desktop version. You don't need anything special here. The standard desktop ISO is fine. Once the Ubuntu ISO finishes downloading, go back to VirtualBox. Click the New button to create a new virtual machine. Give the virtual machine a name, something like OpenClaw Ubuntu. If you want to store the VM in a different location than the default, be sure to update the VM folder location on this screen. Now set the ISO image to the Ubuntu image that we just downloaded. For OS, set it to Linux. For OS distribution, set it to Ubuntu. OS version should be Ubuntu 64-bit. Uncheck the box for Proceed with Automated Installation. On the next screen, set the specs. I'm going with 8 gigs of memory, 8 CPU cores, and 40 gigs for storage. You can adjust this to meet what your system can handle. Click Next, confirm all of the settings look correct, then click Finish. Now you can start or power on your new VM. On first boot, it will boot into the installation Ubuntu ISO that we pointed it to. This will start the Ubuntu installation process. Follow the on-screen instructions to complete the install. Once the install completes, reboot it and then shut it down. Let's take our first snapshot here. To take the snapshot, simply go back to the VirtualBox Manager, select the new VM, then click on the Take button. Plug in the snapshot name, call it Fresh Ubuntu Install, then click on OK. Now if we ever need to start over, we can at least start from the fresh install and skip all of that work. Go ahead and power it back on by clicking on Start. While that is powering up and booting, let's take a quick look at our settings on the VM. Back in the VirtualBox Manager, right-click the VM and choose Settings, then go to Network. By default, it should be set to NAT. Just validate this. With NAT, we have another layer of isolation with the VM not able to communicate with our host over the network. Now, back in your VM, open a browser and head to openclaw.ai. Go to the Quick Start section and make sure one-liner is selected, as well as Linux. Then copy the one-liner command and paste that into a terminal. If you get the message about curl not being installed, just copy and paste the apt install command to resolve that. Now that you have curl installed, up arrow a couple times in the terminal until your OpenClaw install command is there, then just hit enter. This will take a few minutes to complete. Once that is done, we just need to walk through the initial setup. You can navigate these options using the arrow keys, spacebar to select or deselect options, then enter to submit. First, you have to acknowledge that the system is powerful and therefore risky. Then choose Quick Start. The easiest way to get this going is to use a public LLM. I already pay for ChatGPT, so I'll go with OpenAI. Using the OAuth codex method, we can get around having to use our API key and tokens. You can use one of the other options as well. Just have an API key ready. If you would like to see a video on setting this up with a local LLM, let me know. just know that using something like OpenAI or Anthropic is almost always going to be a better experience, at least as far as performance is concerned. For this next part, I will authenticate to my OpenAI account. I'll leave that out for privacy purposes. Just know that you do so in the browser, which is opened via a link provided in the terminal from OpenClaw. We can keep the current model here. For now, we will skip setting up any channels, and we will do the same for skills. The gateway service will install and start itself. Okay, we are ready to chat with OpenClaw. For the demo, let's launch it in the web UI by selecting that second option. We can run through the same hatch process as we would in the terminal. As a test, I just typed, "Hi there." As you see, it's alive. It now wants to run through a quick setup. I'll answer these questions and any follow-up questions. I'll speed this up a bit, but feel free to pause if needed. It's important to fill these out for your use case, as it does keep this information. You are configuring the agent, giving it a name, an identity, and a soul. Well, a soul file anyway. The last question it asks us is what we want to get started with. I told it we want it to build a Pac-Man clone where Pac-Man has the ability to shoot the ghosts. I always found it a bit unfair with Pac-Man being so outnumbered. We also told it to make sure the high score saves and to launch the game when it is done. There it is, Clark. Yes, I named him that. Spun up the game and a web server to host it. Pretty neat little game. Now I asked it to create a desktop icon for this chat window and OpenClaw control panel. This way, once we reboot, it's right there on the desktop. This is a super simple example of just how powerful it is. If you ask ChatGPT to do that, it can't. You see, OpenClaw is not just a chatbot, it's a true assistant that can control your device. It can do a lot more as well. There's the shortcut. We just double click to confirm it's working. Looks good. Now I ask it if there's anything else we need to do before we reboot. Clark confirms that everything should be good to go, but our new game will not auto start. I had him enable auto start for the game and even create a cool shortcut on the desktop for the game as well. That all looks good, so let's go ahead and test a reboot to ensure things still work as intended afterwards. Fast forwarding the reboot, we see that our shortcuts are both working. We can get straight to Clark's web UI and the game right from the desktop shortcuts, and the high score is saved. Nice. I asked Clark a few security questions about him being accessible from outside of our computer. He confirmed that he is only locally accessible at this point. I also had him run the built-in security audit, which didn't come back with anything major. One recommendation for changing permissions for our group. I passed on that for now. I think this is a great time for another snapshot. Let's shut down and create a snapshot for our base install of OpenClaw. All right, we now have a powerful AI assistant that can actually do work for us. The only other thing I have done at this point is set up Discord for communication. As you see here, I can chat with Clark from anywhere using Discord. That means we can give our AI assistants instructions and have them actually do work for us just by sending them a message. I actually used Clark to guide me through the setup of integrating Discord, ensuring it is done as securely as possible. After all, that was the point in all of this, right? If you would like to see a tutorial on setting up Discord for OpenClaw, let me know. If there's enough demand, I'll do another video on that. From Discord, I had Clark update our Pac Shoot game to make it go faster as the score increases and also turn the Pac bullets into fireballs. Pretty awesome that it just works on the first try, and we did that from a Discord message. I think this is a good spot to end the video. We have a solid foundation and plenty of room to build on it. Make sure you drop a comment letting me know what you want to see Clark do next.